Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year award, which has been given out since 2019, has gone to Indiana Fever star Caitlyn Clark, making her the first WNBA player to ever get it. Instant karma takes on Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed queen of college basketball drama, after Caitlyn Clark won the award for Athlete of the Year. Yes, that is the same Caitlyn Clark Angel famously taunted during the NCAA championship game. Amber Rakin wrote an article claiming that Caitlyn Clark discusses her rivalry with Angel Reese after winning the award for Athlete of the Year when she began her final season in college, not knowing if it would be her final season or if she was considering returning to school or going pro. Now, I sit here as though my first professional season is over, and a lot has happened, whether it was making it to the national championship game or rekindled my passion for the playoffs since 2016. Angel Reese made sure everyone was watching her during the NCAA championship by giving Caitlyn Clark what can only be described as an over-the-top finger-teasing attack. What should have been a celebration of her team's victory was transformed into Reese's personal viral moment by waving the ring pointing. But the reality that she is the first WNBA player to ever win, although Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year award is quite unique months later. Caitlyn Clark is leaving with the kind of acknowledgement that counts. Athlete of the Year is more than just a participation award. It's a declaration that you were the greatest at that time. And even though Caitlyn has something that seems to hurt much more than Angel Reese's championship ring, universal respect, I don't believe I'm surprised, but I'm interested to hear who the other contenders were. It's not that Angel Reese wasn't good this season. Her stats were impressive and her impact was undeniable. However, Caitlyn Clark is a player of transcendent talent. She doesn't just score points, she controls games. Her ability to read the court, provide precise assists, and drain three-pointers from ridiculous distances makes her a player you can't take your eyes off. Caitlyn's dominance wasn't about showy gestures, but rather skill consisting of why and poise. I would add that I adore those, so let's not act as like this is unexpected. Caitlyn's season-long play made her the obvious favorite to win the award. She averaged over 27 points per game and essentially carried her team even when Iowa lost. While Caitlyn shone like a star, Angel Reese's name is frequently mentioned for her theatrical skills rather than her stellar on-court play. When people think of Angel Reese, they don't immediately think of her defense or rebounds. Instead, they think of that now famous taunt, and that's where the distinction lies. The internet naturally weighed in on this development right away, and the comments were predictably harsh. Caitlyn Clark didn't need theatrics to stay relevant. Her game spoke for itself. Angel. She seemed to rely on controversy as much as her talent. And while that strategy might get you trending on Twitter, it doesn't earn you the respect of the larger sports world. Another tweet speculated that Angel Reese had done all of the finger-pointing merely to see Caitlyn Clark win the title. A ring taunt wasn't necessary for Caitlyn to demonstrate her superiority. Oh, how cruel the memes are. Angel's fans may try to defend her, but the narrative has already been written. No, I think it's great, not just for her, I think it's great for the league. Yeah, right, like everybody talked about the wreck that she brought to the W this season, so for her to be Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, I think. It's really great for the league, and what about Angel herself? So far, she's kept quiet, uncharacteristically quiet. You have to wonder if she's drafting a response, crafting just the right words to diminish Caitlyn's win. Without sounding too bitter, let's be honest, subtlety has never been Angel's strong suit, but maybe this time she realizes there's not much she can say. This isn't just another social media spat. This is Caitlyn Clark being recognized as the best in the game. Some of Angel's fans are predictably crying foul. They're accusing the system of bias, bringing up old debates about double standards and race, but let's call it what it is. Caitlyn Clark earned this award. It's not about favoritism or politics. It's about performance. Caitlyn delivered game after game, and the world knows. Noticed I want to say I've earned everything, but as a white person, there is privilege. Many of the league's great players have been black, and the more we can recognize that, the more we can talk about it, and the more brands and businesses invest in those players who have made this league amazing. I think it's crucial that we keep trying to change that, and the more we can elevate black women, the better. And let's not forget the narrative Angel tried to promote after the NCAA championship, in which she played the "it's a team game" card, reminding everyone that LSU had won the title. Brilliance is still important. Championship or not, Caitlyn Clark's contributions were indisputable, and this award only acknowledges that she was the season's standout star. What makes this whole situation even more satisfying is Caitlyn's response, or lack thereof. She hasn't glowed, she hasn't taunted, and she hasn't even acknowledged Angel. While Angel was busy playing for the cameras, Reese remained modest and let her game speak for herself. Her win was all the more deserved because of her grace. When you hear Caitlyn Clark declare she wants to utilize her platform to uplift black women in the WNBA, you realize that she stayed focused on what really matters: basketball. Angel Reese has undoubtedly played a significant role in creating that league. This is not to suggest that she lacks potential, rather, there is a distinction between being a competent player and having generational talent. Caitlyn Clark is the type of athlete that will be discussed for years to come. Her sense of flair, accuracy, and dominance, everything about under pressure makes her unique. Although Caitlyn left a legacy, Angel may have had her viral moment. This raises the question of how Angel will react. Will she ignore it, or will she make it into yet another drama-filled spectacle? If history is any guide, she will likely embrace the drama because controversy keeps her in the public eye. However, this isn't just another Twitter argument. This is Caitlyn Clark being remembered as. The finest of the greatest, there's no way to change that. She has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetic Angel. I would have thought, how naive can you be? But she's only 22 years old. And the truth is that the scrutiny she's received is unacceptable, egregious, disgusting, and wrong. No matter how Reese frames it, the truth is difficult to ignore. Reese's viral moments may have brought her temporary fame, but Caitlyn Clark's accomplishment is the kind that endures. What's even more satisfying is Caitlyn's quiet confidence throughout the entire situation. She didn't need to retaliate against Reese during the championship game or get sucked into the drama. Instead, she let her performance speak for itself. And now she's reaping the rewards that kind of grace. When discussing an athlete, you're referring about her college run. Yes, the one she had last year. Under pressure, that's what distinguishes great players from legendary ones. It's the women's college turn, and I think she drew all the attention to the league this year. I'll play in the men's division, so you have to think, yeah, because when you say Asia, you have to think, well, that's in a W. It's almost poetic, isn't it? That Caitlyn was in college in W for a short while. Angel Reese was the show's star and the most talked about person. However, as the dust settles, Caitlyn Clark is now the one standing tall with her trophy, leaving Reese to consider her next course of action. Actions speak louder than words or jeers, as this entire saga reminds us. Despite becoming a global phenomenon, Reese's antics failed to garner her the respect and recognition that are most important. However, Caitlyn Clark demonstrated that the secret to sustained success is competence, diligence, and humility. Reese Angel, what's the lesson here for Angel Reese? You can't defeat a huge, evil wolf, but then you kind of cry like Kurz the Cowardly Dog. And no one seems to care when the monster gets caught. For Caitlyn Clark, it's a moment that validates everything she's worked for and solidifies her place among the best for the rest of us. It's a front row seat to one of the most fulfilling examples of instant karma we've seen in a long time. It's also a lesson in humility that she probably won't acknowledge learning anytime soon. Caitlyn Clark had the final laugh during the championship game, even though Angel Reese may have had the final word. Honestly, isn't that what matters most? The truth is that Reese has always positioned herself as the queen of college basketball, but it must hurt to see Caitlyn receive recognition. This particular recognition emphasizes individual brilliance, which Clark possesses while reflecting on her team's accomplishments. The sense of jealousy is evident. Everyone has an opinion about what happened in that game because of Caitlyn Clark, which exacerbates the pain. Considering all of her viral moments, Caitlyn Clark also made the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. Loud Confident didn't make the cut, but Caitlyn's quiet domination and performances that changed the game did. That will undoubtedly touch a nerve. Forbes acknowledges genuine influence and potential rather than merely giving out spots for ostentatious actions. Clark's inclusion on such a prestigious list further solidifies her as more than just a basketball star. She is a cultural icon in the making. Meanwhile, Reese's story feels stuck in the past as she is still defined by that championship game and her taunting moment, while Caitlyn is moving forward and creating a legacy that goes beyond the court. Let's not pretend that Reese wouldn't want that recognition. She isn't shy about loving the spotlight, but now she must watch Caitlyn enjoy it. Being overshadowed on the court is one thing, but seeing your rival receive praise on sites like Forbes must be hurting. The fact that Caitlyn Clark is demonstrating that diligence, talent, and humility can triumph over showmanship must be as painful for Angel Reese as it is inevitable.